Everybody tells me they want more movies with their families. Well, here's a family movie. You can go
Yeah.
see it with the oldest in your family. You can see it with the youngest in your family. You don't have to cover eyes. You don't have to cover ears. You as a family can enjoy this film. And so I want families to go into it, expecting a great movie and then walking out of it saying, wow, that was a great movie. And that they're motivated to be even more compassionate.
Devon, here with Church Leaders, you get to play the role of Nurse Roy in the film Soul on Fire that's coming out next month. Brother, let me ask you, what drew you to the role of playing Nurse Roy?
What drew me to the role was I was just so compelled and inspired by the life of John O'Leary. Before I even knew who he was, he sent me a personalized video
Mm,
along with the copy of the script. And he felt like I embodied the spirit of Nurse Roy, the real Nurse Roy, because Nurse Roy is a real nurse that was very instrumental in John's rehabilitation after he got burned. And so when I saw the video, it was amazing. And then when I read the script, I just loved the part. It's almost like Nurse Roy is a modern day, angel who comes into this kid's life to help him do something that others don't think is possible, which is to walk again. And so once I read the script and I saw the video from John, then I had a conversation with Sean McNamara, the director, who I've known forever and been wanting to work with. It then became a very easy yes to be able to portray a real life hero. Nurses and doctors are unsung heroes so
mm.
often. And for me to be able to play this role, to be able to highlight them, I thought was truly an opportunity and an honor.
Now, this film, it's got a powerhouse of like actors in it. You got William H. Macy, you got Joe
Yeah.
Courtney. What was it like
Oh,
being able to be with them and be in a film like this with all
yeah,
those
man. It
actors?
was, oh, I was just, I couldn't believe it, to be honest with you, to be on set, with William H. Macy, who's an Oscar nominee, phenomenal actor, a legend in his own right. And to be able to share a scene with him, I said, wow, this is amazing. And then John Corbett, who is also, legendary and iconic, and to share a scene with him, that was amazing. And then Joel Courtney, he and I were in the movie Jesus Revolution together.
Oh
And we
yeah.
had a very pivotal scene in that movie. And it was great because we established a really good chemistry in that film. And then when you see Soul on Fire, we bring that same
Mm.
chemistry to the scene that we have. So it was amazing. I mean, I said, wow, I'm acting against all these amazing actors. That's just a blessing because,
Yeah.
that was the first time I'd ever done anything like that with that level of talent.
But I'm excited for the film to come out because you do such a great job in it.
Thank
There's
you.
a line in there. It's even in the trailer. The most powerful thing on earth is a human soul on fire. That's a huge line. Why do you believe that this film, in John's story, is such a, we'll say, just it's timely right now. I think just in our culture and just everything that's going on, what that it can bring to audiences right now.
Yeah, why I think it's so timely is, when you talk about a soul on fire, the thing about the movie that ignites the soul to be on fire is compassion. When John got burned as a 9-year-old kid, 100% of his body, it required those around him to be compassionate. And it was that compassion that ultimately led to the care that he received that was instrumental in his recovery so that he could ultimately get to be, this, incredible, adult who becomes a motivational speaker, who is able to talk about his scars and then help people, heal from their scars to be able to get there. So how was his soul lit on
Mm,
fire? Through the compassion of others. So I
yeah.
think you talk about, this time in this movie and the why now. It's because our soul does need to be set on fire as it relates to being compassionate, compassionate for each other, compassionate for each other's, different point of view and different walk of life. And when you see this movie, you see all these different people who have different ideas, but they come together around one central idea, which is what is the most good we can do.
Mm,
And I do believe that we need a movie like this at this time. I'm so excited that Sony Pictures is releasing it in theaters so you can go to the box office to be able
yes.
to vote, so to speak, for Soul on Fire because we do need more compassion. And I think this movie can be the catalyst for it.
That's great. And brother, I mean, we've talked before many a times, and you're somebody that, even as a producer, you champion these faith kind of driven and redemptive type stories. So, what do you hope audiences walk away after they see this film?
Oh man, after they see Soul on Fire, I want them to be on fire. I do. It's like, everybody tells me they want more movies with their families. Well, here's a family movie. You can go
Yeah.
see it with the oldest in your family. You can see it with the youngest in your family. You don't have to cover eyes, you don't have to cover ears. You as a family can enjoy this film. And so I want families to go into it, expecting a great movie and then walking out of it saying, "Wow, that was a great movie." And that they're motivated to be even more compassionate, to be
Yeah.
even more helpful, to even serve their community even greater. I want this movie to set souls on fire. I do believe entertainment has that kind of power, and I believe this
Yes.
movie does as well.
Yes, likewise. So good. Can't wait for it to come out. When's it come out? And obviously you said it's going to be in theaters. Give us the details.
Yeah, so this movie comes out on October 10th, Friday, October 10th. It'll be in theaters nationwide. Sony is giving it a wide release, and that's also phenomenal. When you look at this film, for Sony to say this is going to be one of our big films of the fall and to release it in the fall. And it's one thing for Sony to have faith in this movie. It's another thing for
Mhm.
our audience to have faith in this movie. So I'm praying and hoping that people go out to the box office so that Hollywood doesn't have more faith in our content than we do.
Good.
So I believe that when it comes out on October 10th, it's going to surprise people because Hollywood's going to be shocked that the movie's going to do as well as it is. And so we just need everybody to get to the box office starting October 10th and let people know that Soul on Fire is your new favorite film.
Great. Well, I appreciate you, brother. It's always an
I say
honor.
you too, Jesse.
Go see Soul on Fire. You will not be disappointed.